Welcome back to Passion World Talk Radio Network, to educate, to enlighten, to entertain. This is the second POTA podcast and scam damnation with your host, Lillian Cauldwell. And today we're going to be discussing information provided to you by your state's Department of Aging. Now, Pennsylvania has an organization called the Agent Department of Aging. And if something happens to a senior citizen, something bad, fraud, scam, whatever, they are usually notified. But they are notified when a senior citizen, anyone above the age of 55 plus, is scammed. They are notified immediately, and a caseworker comes out to speak to you. But they also send you a pamphlet. This is what the pamphlet looks like, in case you're interested. And we're going to start with the first article that they have, which is Pay Upfront Scams. So you know how to keep yourself out of trouble and distress. Advance fees or pay upfront payments are an instant red flag. Advance fee con artists pose as a representative of a company that seem real, but they're not. They use slick presentations to trick their victims into paying large amounts, upfront fees for bogus loans, loan modifications, loan refinancing, or credit cards. They target individuals with poor credit histories by promising easy or guaranteed approval. However, in order to take advantage of all this, the victim, you or I, must pay high but somehow legitimate fees for the application, insurance, or other services. In the end, it's the scam artist takes off with the fee, and the victim is the one who gets nothing in return. Where do you encounter them? In a variety of ways: social media, telemarketing calls, text messages, emails, well-designed documents, classified ads, and the internet, including social media. So, how do you protect yourself? When you receive a credit card offer that requires an upfront payment, that's your red flag. Although a lender may charge an application, credit report, and other fees, they are generally subtracted from the loan amount after it is approved. If you're asked to pay fees via a wire transfer or prepared debit card, especially someone in another country, exercise caution. Such payments are extremely difficult to recover or trace. Once you wire something, once you use Zelle, once you use cryptocurrency, once you do the money app, the money's gone. You cannot replace it. And once it's gone, it makes it impossible for the police, Interpol, the FBI, anybody to track it. So if someone asks you for an upfront payment, what do? Get out of town quick. Don't do it. Know who you're dealing with. If you've not heard of the person or the company, take the time to learn more about them. And you can contact the Better Business Bureau. Go ask a question on Google. Is this company legitimate? And they will send you to several places that will tell you whether the company is legitimate or if it's even real. And lots of times they'll say similar scans have been done by ABC123, and that's your red flag. Remember, don't respond with your gut. Respond with your mind. If you become a victim of an advance fee scam and you lived in the state of Pennsylvania, they tell you to contact the Pennsylvania Department of Banking and Securities, the Pennsylvania Office of Attorney General, or the Federal Trade Commission. So if you don't have an Office of Aging, at least contact your Attorney General. Every state has one, or contact the Federal Trade Commission. Another type of fraud is affinity fraud, which you should also be aware of. It takes place when a con artist claims to be a member of the same ethnic, religious, career, or community-based group. You can trust me, says the con artist, because I'm like you. We share the same background and interests, and I can help you make money. Your first red flag. The scam artists pay high returns to early investors in the group with money generated from later scams. Sounds like a Ponzi scam, doesn't it? Where he takes your money and he lives off of it, and that's the last you see of your money. Early investors might be wildly enthusiastic about a scheme that collapses once you have invested, and the money from the victim is long gone. Another type is the religious affinity fraud, which remains a problem with swindlers from all kinds of denominations. Consumers have complained about fraud and abuse by financial planners, con artists claiming church endorsements, and givers of divinely inspired investment advice. Many of these type of scams are based on dire predictions of imminent financial and social chaos, such as a sharp drop in the stock market. Specialized media outlets, religious-oriented magazines, newspapers, radio stations, and cable television outlets make it easy for a con artist to target the faithful. So how do you protect yourself? Be cautious about the use of names or testimonials from other group members. Don't be rushed into making a decision. Beware of sellers creating a false sense of urgency to immediately invest. Obtain a prospectus, prospectus, or other form of written information that details the risks in the investment as well as procedures for getting your money out. Ask for professional advice from a neutral outside expert, not in your group, an accountant, attorney, or certified financial planner to evaluate the investment. Investigate. Do your research before you invest. Call the Pennsylvania or your state, insert in there instead of Pennsylvania, of banking and securities to ensure that the investment is legally registered, or use FINRA's broker check to learn about the promoter's background. If you become of affinity fraud, again, contact the Office of Attorney General and the Pennsylvania or whichever state you live in of banking and securities, or your local law enforcement agency. So thank you. This is a booklet that I, Elizabeth Cauldwell, received after I was informed I had been scammed. And I have read it and I'm sharing with you. And you should contact your state office or ask Google where you can find the following information on the Office of Aging, Banking of Securities. So if you have a problem or you think you're easily fooled because of all that glitters is not gold, then this is a time for you to start planning to protect yourself besides becoming another number and having all your money confiscated. Thank you very much for joining me today. Scam Damnation is now on Facebook.com/groups/Scam Damnation with the person who's been scammed twice. Yes, twice. So I know, and I want to get the word out. So thank you very much for joining me. You can see this Scam Damnation second episode all over again at youtube.com/PW Network, PW Talk Radio. And you can also find it at passionateworldtalkradio.com, as well as facebook.com/scam damnation. Have a great week, and we'll see you next Wednesday. Incidentally, you need to know that the first time out of the gate, Scam Damnation received 90 views on YouTube. So obviously, it's not only an important subject, but it's something to take down notes and put away should a member of your family also. It doesn't matter how intelligent you are, the scammers know how to get around you. Have a great weekend.